Minasan, konnichiwa. Today we're going to look at a short but emotionally charged clip from a Japanese drama. So the context you need before you actually watch this is これは結婚式です. This is a wedding, and on the left here we have the bride who's kind of out of focus in this shot, and on the right here we have the mom of the bride, and this mom is very, very unhappy about her daughter's marriage. So why don't we watch this through a couple of times and then we can break it down.
どうしても結婚したいなら私が死んでからにして。じゃあ今死ねば。なんで娘にそんなひどいこと言われなきゃいけないの。
Okay, and then let's watch it one more time.
どうしても結婚したいなら私が死んでからにして。じゃあ今死ねば。なんで娘にそんなひどいこと言われなきゃいけないの。
Okay, so there's a lot here. This clip is only 3 lines long, but a lot happens here with a lot of different grammar mixed together. So let's just start with this first line here.
どうしても結婚したいなら私が死んでからにして。
Okay, so the very first part of this phrase, I'm going to slow this down to half speed a little bit.
どうしても結婚したいなら。
Okay, so the first part starts with どうしても, which, as you might or might not know, it's a phrase meaning no matter what. And then what comes after it is
結婚したいなら。
結婚したい. So どうしても結婚したい is the first part, meaning get married no matter what. Want to get married no matter what. And then after all that, you have a nara placed after that to make it a conditional. So this is a way of saying basically if you're gonna get married no matter what. And then if we look at the second part of this now,
どうしても結婚したいなら私が死んでからにして。
so this combines the pattern of tekara, meaning after doing blank, with ni suru, which in this context means to make something whatever. So if you put it all together, 私が死んでからにして means please make it after I die. And so the whole entire first line, if we just go that full speed again here,
どうしても結婚したいなら私が死んでからにして。
literally you could translate it as if you're gonna get married no matter what, please do it after I die. Or if you want to put in more natural English, you'll get married over my dead body. Okay, great. So what does the daughter say in response? Let's look at the next line.
じゃあ今死ねば。
She says, じゃあ今死ねば? And this is obviously a lot simpler than what the mom just said. You probably noticed the ba form of 死ぬ, and you might associate ba with the word if. So in this case, literally 今死ねば would mean if you die now. But since you notice the rise in tone at the end of that 今死ねば, it's kind of phrased as like a question. So in this context, it's acting more as like a suggestion. So a more natural way to say this would be, why don't you die now? So like, ouch, right? ひどいね. And this last part where the mom responds to that, if we just look at this now.
なんで娘にそんなひどいこと言われなきゃいけないの。
And then one more time at half speed.
なんで娘にそんなひどいこと言われなきゃいけないの。
Okay, so she says, なんで娘にそんなひどいこと言われなきゃいけないの? And this combines a few different structures together. You might notice the entire structure centers around the passive form of 言う, 言われる. And so we know the general structure of a passive sentence is you have the sort of victim of an action, wa, the villain of the situation, ni, and then the action done by the villain, right? So if we break this apart now, the villain here is clearly the musume, since that's what goes in front of the ni in what she says. And the victim here is implied basically to be the mom. It isn't directly said, she doesn't directly say that, but it's clear from the context. So you could say, このお母さんは娘に, and then the action here is そんなひどいこと言われなきゃいけない. And she omits the particle o. I mean, technically you could say そんなひどいことを言われなきゃいけない, but you can omit the o particle in more casual speech. And so this そんなひどいこと, it means such awful things. And you can see the passive verb here, 言われる, combined with the なきゃいけない tacked on at the end. And this なきゃいけない itself is the more casual form of なければいけない, which, as you probably know, means need to do whatever or have to do whatever. And so the entire action here is having to be said such awful things. And this entire whole passive thing here also has the question word nande in front of it. So the whole line basically becomes, why do I have to have such awful things said to me by you? Or to put it more naturally in English, why do you have to say such awful things about me? So, that was a lot packed into a short amount of time, but now that we know what's going on, let's listen to it one last time at full speed here.
どうしても結婚したいなら私が死んでからにして。じゃあ今死ねば。なんで娘にそんなひどいこと言われなきゃいけないの?
So lots of grammar crammed into very quick speech here, but hopefully this was helpful in being able to see a lot of different grammar patterns used in combination together in a natural context. But that's going to do it for this time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to follow me on Twitter, where I post even more practice in addition to these YouTube videos, and subscribe to this channel if you want more Japanese learning and practice through TV, JLPT, for your JLPT exam. じゃあ、またね。